Hey Paramotor peeps, I'm so happy you're here. I can't wait for the show tonight. So make sure you grab your popcorn and your drink, and let's welcome Lily Bateman. By the way, I'm just so excited to tell you. She's 14 years old, and she's been flying in the sky since she was 8 years old.
Cupcake Krista here.
Hi, I'm Deweese. I hope you'll enjoy the show, Girls Just Want to Fly, and please welcome our guest.
We taking care of business. It's time to step it up. You either coming with us, or you'll be left in the dust. Cause I'm ready for my statement. I got a few new rules. There ain't no better way to say it than a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta. Yeah. I ain't staying in the lane. They're just colored lines. You know I ain't playing. Just look at my eyes. I'm staying true to the mission. No, I don't know about you, but I'm doing things different. Yeah, cause a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta. 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 A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. What a girl's gotta do. What a. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. I ain't saying no man. They're just colored lines. You know I ain't playing. Just look at my eyes. I'm staying true to the mission. No, I don't know about you, but I'm doing things different. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Oh my gosh, who do we have with us tonight? Is there an imposter on our show? Some blonde chick. Who's the blonde girl named Bethany?
Hey everyone,
How are you?
pretty good. Excited
Long-
to hear about Lily.
Yeah. What's the weather like where you're at? Where are you?
It is so beautiful. I'm in Florida right now. It's just gorgeous.
Nice.
I'm gonna go to the beach tomorrow.
Very nice. Make sure you send me pictures. All right. Deweese, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. We had, I think, maybe above zero weather today. We missed a big snowstorm. We were supposed to have between 6 and 16 inches of snow, and it all stayed way north. So was up north towards Lake Superior where we were this past weekend, where I was being goofy and walking across Lake Superior. So she actually is a counselor at a school, and she was off the last 2 days of school because they had so much snow. So anyway, what's the temperature down by you?
It was about 72 degrees, I think, today.
Oh,
Supposed to be
beautiful.
80 tomorrow.
Oh,
But
lucky.
rain.
It's
Rain, but
perfect.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, are we all excited to meet Lily? She is a 14-year-old paramotor pilot. She started out paragliding at a young age, and we're going to let her tell you the rest of the story. Let's have Lily join in. Hey, Lily. How are you? Nice. All right. So, tell us a little bit about you. Where are you from?
South Jordan, so it's close.
South South Jordan, where?
Utah, sorry.
Utah? Okay. All of a sudden you're hard to hear. So, um, how old are you?
I'm 14,
14. What grade?
ninth grade.
Okay, she's a freshman in high school. And tell us about so start off at a young age in this sport. What did you start doing?
So I started paragliding at 8 because my dad teaches, so he just taught me and my brother when we were both 8. We were 8 at different times, but both learned at 8. And then I flew a little bit, and then I kind of stopped. And then when I was 12, I was like, or I was 11 at the time. I was like, okay, I'm going to paramotor again. So I started paragliding, and then once I turned 12 over the summer, and then I started paramotoring.
Okay. All right. So I got one question. Why did you quit? Were you too cool for flying in the sky? What?
So I was just, I don't know, I just wasn't that interested in it at that time, which I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
I get it. You wanted to be a kid also.
Yep, I guess. Probably
All
that.
right. All right, Deweese.
Um, when you first started paramotoring, did you have a different size equipment than you do now? Or
I still have the same motor. So, I have the same equipment.
so is it a smaller cage or is it just a normal size cage?
Yes, it is smaller. It's it's got a 32-inch propeller. It's homemade, and it's only 30 pounds, so
Okay.
it's pretty small.
And what size is your motor?
My engine is a Desert Aircraft 150 cc's.
150. Okay.
That's a big motor.
Yeah. It's from,
Wow.
yeah.
And you were telling us earlier that is that the one that your brother used first too, or is that the earlier one?
That's my brother's main, like, cause he had one before this and then a trike, and this is the paramotor that he used most of the time, like for
Okay.
almost 17 years, almost. Not,
And your brother's 18 now, you said?
yeah. Well, he couldn't use it when he was older.
Okay. All right. Anybody got any questions for Lily? Bethany, do you have any questions at all?
So I just wanted to say that Lily and her whole family are super multi-talented. So Lily not only started paragliding and paramotoring at such a young age, but she's also an excellent dirt biker and dancer. She's really good at dancing. And she just has all kinds of super interesting hobbies. So, and the whole family does. Like Dallin throws knives, right? Or juggles knives. And yeah, so I would just like to hear more about just, your dancing and like how you balance all those hobbies.
Well, kind of depends. I have dance on Tuesdays and Fridays and Thursdays, and then just get up, fly whenever I have time. Usually school's teaching it most of the time, but most of the time whenever we go camping, we're probably at a place that we can fly and dirt bike. Yeah. Kinda just
And you go
So-
on a lot of family trips and do all of those activities together, right?
we do lots of activities. We dirt bike, we boat, jet ski, snowmobile, a lot of activities. But yeah, dirt biking and flying are the main two.
All right. So paragliding Pixie, I would like to meet her someday too. So if you can reach out to me, I'd like to have you on the show also. But she's asking, where's your favorite place to fly?
Kind of a hard one because there's so many good places. I love like places with like beautiful scenery. So like Moab, I gotta fly like next to some rocks or cool like tall rocks, I guess, which is really cool. But Salt and Sea was also really fun, which there was a lot of pilots, so it wasn't too scary. It was my first time flying with a lot of people, but that was really fun. I honestly love flying anywhere because you're just up in the sky and not on the ground, so it's really cool. And there you go.
Travis DuPont, he's from Southern Louisiana. He says, do your friends think that you're cool? And he says his daughter's friends think that she's crazy for flying those things.
Well, a lot of people, like when I say what it is, they're like, "What's that?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, cool," but they don't really know what it is. But in 8th grade, my health class, we had to do what your natural high was. So I did flying because I mean I'm also high in the sky, so it's perfect. And my whole class was like, "That's so crazy," and my health teacher was like, "That is so insane." So yeah.
All right. The next question here from Nick, he misspelled it. He says, is the motor a two-stroke? Sounds like a solo 210.
I'm honestly not sure. I'm not
Okay.
engines, so sorry.
All right. Bethany, if you want to go ahead.
Yeah, so the next question, she was at the Sultan. Wow.
Yes, I went to Salt and Sea last year. I was gonna go this year, but school is kind of it's just hard to miss school because get so many assignments. But I went last year, which was really fun. Wish I could have gone this year though.
Do you know what size wing you have?
Yes, I have an ITV Delpo Everest 200 or 20 meters. Sorry.
20 meter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I kind of piggyback off that last question? How many fly-ins have you been to?
I think just that one. I'm pretty sure just that one, but I fly with a bunch of people. Yeah.
What did you?
How-
Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
go ahead. Go
sorry.
ahead.
What did you think of Salton Sea?
It was really fun. It was kind of crazy because there's so many people, and I was kind of nervous because like I had only flown for like 1 year, so I've never flown with that many people. So I was like, oh, there's so many people.
Wasn't it amazing though to see that many wings up in the sky?
It's crazy because the sport, because my dad's been doing it for like since I was born. So, and before there was like never like that many people, but now it's just grown and it's really cool.
All right. Sorry,
Um,
Louise.
how high have you been? What's the highest altitude?
Ooh, I'm not sure, but I did just recently fly over Sand Mountain, which was pretty high. I'm not sure how high, but I like to fly higher personally, just because I mean you're always on the ground, so might as well fly high, I guess. So,
Do you fly with a reserve?
yeah.
Bethany, you got anything else?
So, do you know any other pilots your age? This is another question from Travis.
Yeah, there's Wyatt. You know him. He's pretty cool, and he does acro, which is crazy. I could never. Well, yeah, I'd just be so scared. But it'd be fun.
And you've actually met him and you've hung out and you guys went motocrossing, right?
Yeah, we met at Salt and Sea last year, and then he came down to Utah, and we went dirt biking with our families. Well, it's fun.
Oh, yeah, he's got a really neat family. Trying to get his mom on here too. So, my husband Eric is asking, with Dad teaching PPG, is every time you fly, is that considered a mini fly-in?
I mean, kind of, because he knows so many people, and there's always a bunch of people, I guess, but kind of just depends.
What's the name of Dad's school?
Utah Paramotor.
Utah Paramotor. Okay. And in South Jordan, right? Utah?
Yep. But
Okay.
he's gone to like other places to teach. I think he's been to like Arizona just because it was closer to people, or somewhere. But yeah.
Okay.
From Hot Buttered Productions, he says this is not a PPG question. He's just curious. What are your dreams for the future, studies, and career?
That's a good question. I don't really know, but trying to think of that. So yeah.
You've got a lot of time.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
Yeah. So another question, Paragliding Pixie, what are some places you want to fly that you haven't been to?
Well, my brother and my dad got to fly in Mexico, which we may or might not be going to Mexico soon, which I would love to fly there because it's so pretty. And I don't really know any like specific places, but I just love flying when there's like cool scenery and stuff. So I'd be cool to fly anywhere. So.
Me too. Will Fly, does she have a YouTube channel?
I don't, but yeah.
Come on, girl.
One, I mean, I probably should, but that was my next step. How about that?
All right.
I have Instagram, so maybe if I get YouTube channel.
All right. As long as we're on there so we don't forget, what's your Instagram so people can join in?
Lil Flights.
LIL Flight.
Yep.
All right.
Wendy the Explorer wants to know what was your scariest flight and what made it scary for you?
Well, I haven't had like any scary flights, but I'd probably say Salton Sea just because there's so many people there and I wasn't used to it. But I haven't had any scary flights. The weather's always been good, so yeah.
Bethany, if you want to ask this, but then I'll elaborate, I guess, more on that.
So maybe thoughts about this because it's not a question, but Travis says, my granddaughter is 9 and already wants to fly. I'm like, not yet. So maybe we could ask, are you glad you started so early?
Yeah, I'm glad I started because it was fun and I just was. I think since I started at 8, once I started back again, I just felt like so natural at it, and I just felt like really like simple. But like even if she just started like kiting or something, I think that if she did start later, she'd be really good at it. And I think that's really awesome how she wants to start because that's really cool.
I guess it just depends on each person too, like some people might have a better reaction to things,
Yeah,
I mean, if you're already doing motocross and everything like that too.
Wendy the Explorer also, what did it feel like the first time you ran off of a hill or a cliff? And when you were paragliding at 8?
honestly, I can't really remember, but I'm sure it felt cool because I have this video of me when I was just like kiting and I was just up in the air because I was so light. My dad could push me up, and I would just kite. And it was a video, and I was like, "This is the best day ever!" And I was so excited. So, and it was always really fun. And tandeming was always so fun. So.
And your dad trained you?
Yep. Best trainer out there.
How many does he train right now? at a time?
Kind of depends. I think right now he has only 3, but there's been times where he has a few. But yeah.
All right. Sorry, Bethany.
Oh yeah, Travis has great questions. So who made your paramotor?
My dad built it right like 10 years ago. I think about that. But yeah, he's built big motors too, and I think at one point he was selling them, but then he stopped building them. Yeah.
So do you have any interest in also being a teacher like your dad?
I don't know. I think it'd be fun, but yeah, I've actually never like tried teaching, so I don't know if I'd like it or not. I think it could be fun though.
Okay.
Paragliding Pixie wants to know, do you like ground handling?
Yeah, I mean, depends if it's like super windy and like stressful. I mean, not all the time, obviously, but like sometimes. Or, I don't know. I think it's always fun, to be honest. But yeah, because you always just gotta try to feel the wing and. Yeah.
Not if it's going to drag you across the ground.
I mean, it can, but I mean, sometimes it can be fun too. So, gotta learn from something.
That's right.
Great.
So I'm messaging actually right now Madeline Mixer, trying to get her aunt to get her on in the chat because I think she might be a couple years older than you. It would be kind of neat that you could meet her because she flies also.
That's cool. I
Yeah.
love girls and just younger kids that fly because it's so cool.
Yeah. All right. Bethany?
So Nick Griffith asked, what wing and what side?
I have an ITV Delco Everest, and it's a 20 meter.
All right. So do you do acro?
Nope. Too nervous to do that. I just enjoy flying around because it's really cool.
Okay. I agree with you.
So you've been to Utah and you've been to Salton Sea. Where else have you been to fly?
Well, honestly, that's about it. Fly Utah and Salton Sea. That's like the only 2 places I've been. But hopefully Mexico will be my 3rd place I fly.
Yeah. What fly-ins do you plan to attend?
Sorry, what did you say?
What fly-ins do you plan to attend?
I'm not sure.
Of course, I know it's up to your dad and mom.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the one who drives the car, so whatever one's out there, I guess.
Oh, this next question's really good.
Oh, good Lord. Whose turn is it?
It's yours.
Oh, it is. Oh, great. So I'm supposed to ask you, Lily, if I'm the best TikTok paramotor girl out there, because there's this other guy that plays with cats and his name is JP and it ends with Tulo. He says he follows your dad and she has to know JP, but
Sorry, I don't, but I'll have to check it on TikTok. I don't have it yet, but
JP. Hey, we got Jillian in here. Awesome. Welcome, Jill. Deweese?
Jillian. Hi, you're so cool. What's your favorite part of flying, launching, landing? Do you do touch and goes?
well, thank you. I love it when people give me compliments. But I like it all, honestly. I don't know, but I feel I love being in there, but like I feel like when I land, it's just so cool because like just like when you land, it's just like I don't know, the feeling feels so cool because you're like landing and then you like pull up and just like I don't know. I love it all though. There's just all really fun.
There are some nice videos of your landings on your dad's TikTok as well. It's really fun to watch those.
I know, and it's like you gave me all those, and it's like I had to leave to quickly go to an appointment, and I just got home just before starting this, so I wasn't able to transfer them over. So yeah, make sure you go to Lil what?
Little
Lil
flights.
Flight. Lil Flight, yes,
On,
on Instagram. And does Dad have one too?
yeah, Utah Paramotor.
Utah Paramotor. All right. Um, how about how many hours of flying do you think you have?
I'm not sure. I used to, oh my gosh, we kept count of my flights, but then it kind of stopped. But
All right. And I was trying to remember what your dad had sent me between paragliding and paramotoring. You had so many hours, like eight, I'm not going to say the wrong, like 800 hours or something like that, but I could be wrong. I'll try to find that conversation. So go ahead, Deweese.
Will Fly wants to know, does Lily have any interest in flying airplanes? Will Fly is a GA pilot. I know GA, Will.
I've never really thought about that, but I mean, it'd be cool. I'm cool with doing whatever, but probably wouldn't fly an airplane. But my uncle flies airplanes.
Have you ever flown with him?
I haven't,
Gotta
but
give it a shot.
I've actually never been in an airplane.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, you'd like it. You'd like it, but you'd miss that open feeling. But
Yeah,
give it a try, though. Yeah,
never even been in like just in any airplane.
yeah, you ought to give it a try.
Yeah.
All right. So I found your conversation that I had with your dad, and when he was telling me information about you, and he said that Lily's got a total of 50 months flying between paragliding and paramotoring, and she really loves the paramotoring better than the free flying.
Yeah.
So very nice. That's me.
About the GA.
She's quite the free flyer as well. So Wendy the Explorer says, where does Lily live at? Where does she get to fly locally?
I live in South Jordan, Utah, and I fly at the Great Salt Lake most of the time. I've had some fun flights there because the air sometimes it's so smooth, and I've probably had some of my favorite flights there because just like the air is so smooth and yeah.
So, what's the best time of year to fly at South Jordan?
Honestly, you can fly anytime. I fly in the winter, summer. In the winter, it's cold, but it's still fun.
Do you have lots of snow right now?
We just got a snowstorm like last night. It's only like an inch or so. It's not that bad.
So you don't have a lot like on your front yard or anything like that?
No, not. I mean, yes, but it doesn't seem like a lot compared to what we have had. But
Okay. Yeah, because I was wondering, because I thought I saw pictures like of your dad and flying with other people, and didn't seem like there was a lot of snow anywhere.
yep, snow on the roofs and lawns. But,
Travis wants to know if you've had any crashes or near misses.
no, the only like close call I guess was my motor died and I was just like I just barely took off and then my motor died and then it just went down pretty fast, which I didn't get hurt. I needed to pull my brakes down further. So I just was trying to run and I just tripped. But yeah. It was all good.
No injuries?
Nope. Just got salt from the Great Salt. So.
Is that me? Yep. So Will Fly said, I spelled Lily's name wrong. Clearly I suck.
No, I have friends that spell my name wrong too. Don't even worry.
Deweese, you can go again, please.
Okay, paragliding Pixie. What would be your dream motor setup? Any custom colors you would do?
I don't know. If I had a wing, I would probably do like a purple and blue. But my motor, I mean, if I had that wing, maybe I'd go with like a purple or something. Because like no one really has a purple motor. I mean, sure there's people out there, but yeah, green is my favorite color, so my motor is kind of perfect for me.
Oh, then I did a good background for you.
I know, perfect.
All right, Bethany, you can go.
So, Miss Close, do any of your friends fly, or do they think you're crazy?
None of my friends fly, like close friends, because I mean, Wyatt flies. I guess we're friends. We've only met twice. But no, none of my friends fly, and I'm sure there's some people that are like, "Oh, you're crazy, just like to fly that high." But
All right, I'm going to pull up a couple pictures. I can't seem to find the video portions of them, but you can explain some of these if you want. Where's that at?
that was at St. Anthony's in Idaho, which Bethany came there, which she was gonna fly, but then the weather was bad. But yeah, it was really pretty. That was probably one of my favorite flights because there's also a lake there, and it's like, yeah, just really fun.
Nice.
Yeah. That's at the Great Salt Lake.
That's beautiful.
That's also at the Great Salt Lake.
So if we come visit, are you going to show us around?
Sorry, what'd you say?
If we come visit, are you going to show us around, take us around where we need to fly?
Yeah, of course.
All right, cool.
Awesome. That's
That
a cute
one-
picture.
That's
I'm
a
not
good
sure where
picture.
that one is.
I like that.
I like that one too.
Yeah, that one's in Moab.
Mm.
Not sure what part, but somewhere in Moab. That one's at Utah Lake when it's all frozen. The lake's frozen. It's also at Utah Lake.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's at Salton Sea. That's one of my favorite pictures. But it bugs me because my legs are like sticking out like a starfish. Because I was always like, nervous or something. I don't know. But that's one of my favorite pictures because my dad.
Who's in the middle?
That's my dad, and then my brother's to the left.
Oh, that is cool.
Yep. And then my mom's taking the picture. So.
Yeah. Oh, there's my mom. All right. All right. So what do we got for questions? Oh, Eric is asking who else in your family flies, but I think we just answered that, huh?
Yep.
Deweese?
Oh my God, your paramotor is so tiny. That's from JP Tulip.
Yep.
And then he's asking what size engine?
Yeah, what size engine?
It is a 150 cc's.
He's asking 10 cc. No, JP. All right. Let's see. If you were going to be getting new equipment, what would you be getting next that you would like?
I'm not sure because we always have a bunch of paramotors because my dad sells them. So
What does he sell?
Huh?
What does he sell? Which paramotors?
Mavericks.
Mavericks?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, he sells them all. Never mind. Sorry.
He sells them all. Okay.
He just had a lot of Mavericks. So. On his way home. Right?
We're just trying to help Dad out.
What kind of dirt bike do you have?
There, I have a Kawasaki something, but I like my dad's KTM 300 better. So, which is kind of a problem because I'm too short, so I can't reach the ground. So, but I love his bike.
Oh yeah, so your dad said your mom Angie writes the 2021 bought a cross trainer, if I said that right, 300.
Yeah,
and he also said that you love his bike and pretty much you always refer to it as yours.
Yeah.
He's like, it's way too big for her, but like it's hers.
You're gonna have to get you some taller shoes.
Yeah. No. Yep. I definitely need taller shoes and taller legs.
Yeah, and Bethany was giving me some information earlier, and she said Mama also rides motorcycle too, right?
Yep. The whole family does. Even my dog. When he was younger, he loved to ride motorcycles. He would jump up on my mom's bike, and my brother took for a paragliding flight once. Tandem with him.
AP says,
That
ask
is
Lily
so
if her dad will sell me a Maverick with a Cosmos mounted to it for a foot launch.
Yep, and shoot you to the moon.
And put that on TikTok.
Eric is asking, Dad needs to get a KTM Super Duke and invite friends from Wisconsin there with our Groms.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You want to do that one?
Bethany, do you want to do one?
Paragliding Pixie says, I know how supportive your dad is with your flying. How does your mom feel about you flying?
I think she's fine with it. I mean, she's pretty chill, because me and my brother's been flying since he was 8, so she's pretty used to it. And yeah.
And you said Mom's taken tandems rides?
Yeah, she tandems.
Now, does she have any interest in learning also?
We try to get her to, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe.
Tandems. Does she like going to the fly-ins and stuff though also?
Yeah, the whole family goes to the fly-ins most of the time, except for this last one. But
Good.
rides motorcycles when there's
Right.
So I know when I was going to meet up with you all, or when we met up at the dunes, you guys were flying together and biking together. So it's just super fun. Like the family goes on these awesome trips. And what does your dad call that camper?
I saw pictures of that. That looks pretty cool.
We call it the grasshopper because it's a green Airstream with not what the truck was, but he built it.
It's super cool.
Heather Smith wants to know, what are some of your other hobbies?
Well, there's dirt biking, flying. We go boating, we jet ski, snowboard, or not snowboarding, sorry. Snowmobiling, dance.
What kind of dance do you do?
I do ballet, jazz, lyrical. Yeah.
What's Bill H is asking, what's your next fly-in Utah Paramotor will attend?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Probably be flying at the Salt Lake, probably, because we always fly there.
All right. Okay. One more question, Deweese, if you want to ask.
Yeah, Eric PPG Lear wants to know, do you ever feel uncomfortable flying?
No, I've never felt uncomfortable flying because I always fly in safe conditions. So, and the air is always smooth and just weather is good. So.
All right. I did remember that you need to leave at some point. I forgot to mention that. So just have Mom tell us when she needs to take you, okay? And how long does it take to get where you need to go?
Yeah, I just gotta leave at 7-ish, but
Oh.
my dad's on his way if you want to talk to him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we invited Lily for the after show if anybody wants to stick around, but she's got a prior engagement and she said her dad's coming home, so maybe he'll join on the after show also. So, Bethany, do you want to ask?
Yeah, for sure. So Tony Arzano, and sorry if I'm saying anyone's name.
You got it.
Does her dad sell any trikes, and if so, what kind?
Well, he sells all sorts of things. He has trikes. Pretty sure he had a quad at one point that he was gonna sell. Oh, he's right here. He's coming up. He's pulling up in his drink. Yep. So he sells like a lot of stuff.
Bill H says your dad should come on the other shows too.
Yep. He actually just pulled up in the driveway. You can probably hear the truck.
Well, good.
No, he's going to be on this one.
For sure. He's been training all day, huh?
Yep.
Yeah,
So
he's going to make an appearance on this one.
He'll be
doesn't
crawling
know
through the door.
yet. As soon as he gets through that door, he'll know.
Yep.
All right. Remember the little conversation we had about convincing the scared person? Got anything else you could tell that person out there about flying?
I'm not sure. I'm just gonna say it's really fun and I really enjoy it. And yeah, I've never felt not safe doing it.
Look who we have here. It's last week's guest, Hillary. Hi, Hillary.
They're Hillary and Bethany, it looks like.
Hi, Russ.
Jade.
Hey, Roz. Hey, Hillary.
Hi. I had to hustle in so that I could bully Lily a little bit.
So she's gonna have to go shortly, but go for it, Hillary.
Oh no, I'm good. I have done my mom duties, so I am here to ask the important questions, and I'm sure she's already been asked a million. But Lily, I just have one question for you. How do you handle being the coolest person in the room everywhere you go? Like at school, do you just look around and think to yourself, I am so much better than everyone here? Or are you able to hold it in? I mean, I know it must be hard having to deal with Dallin all the time. You know, you're better than your brother, you're better than your dad. You know, that's gotta be hard to stay humble, but you do it. And I need to know how.
Well, a lot of people at school, they're like, oh, I say like, oh, I paramotor. They're like, oh, cool. And they're like, what is that? And they don't realize how cool it is.
Do they know more about paragliding? Do you sometimes just tell them that you paraglide?
Yeah, I say paramotor, paraglide. But sometimes like, oh, are there like those things at the point of the mountain? But sometimes, most of the time, they're like, oh, cool. And then they're like, what is that? And they're so confused. And I'm like, let me just show you a picture.
If your dad wasn't sitting right next to you, I'd ask if it had gotten you a boyfriend yet, but I will save that question for another time because Lily obviously is not dating Russ.
They've all seen the shotgun. They're scared.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
You drag the boyfriends out to the flying field and you take them up on the motor first day. Here, squeeze this throttle, boy.
If they get scared, they're not for her. She just throws them off the machine like, you're out of here. Get off the trike.
So any flying today, Russ?
Well, we just did. Here in Utah, we had, oh gosh, a whole bunch of snow today. So we're on day 3 of training. Yesterday, we got anywhere from 8 to 6 flights at the local training hill. And today we just worked on reverse kiting, and we almost got done with the USPPA syllabus. So we kind of started off with a little bit of poor weather, which kind of shook things up a little bit, but students are right on track for where they should be. And yeah, hopefully there'll be some flying shortly. We were waiting to get some motors. All their motors were supposed to be here, and you know how it is lately. They ordered the motors months ago, and they were supposed to be here. Angie, did we get a package today? We got a package today.
All right.
Multiple packages. So, so
Hi, Angie.
Bye.
All right. I know a couple of people in the chat had asked also, asking Lily, what kind of equipment you sold, and also if you sold any trikes.
Yes, we do trikes, quads, all the foot launch stuff. I mean, I sell a bunch of different brands and stuff, but kind of my more popular one has been the Parajet line.
Okay.
Yeah, we
And they
do.
can reach you at Utah Paramotor on Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook, and Bethany helps me out with my Instagram. Way to go, Bethany! I appreciate that. And yeah, anyone can reach me just from Utah Paramotor. I got my phone number on there.
Okay. Yep. Reach them at Utah Paramotor. Phone number is right on there. My husband's asking, do you teach younger kids or just your own kids?
Well, I think the youngest person that I've taught was 14. It's like you kind of got to be careful. Legally anyone can fly, right? There is no age limitations, but you do they do need to display a certain level of maturity because they are flying. So,
How are they letting you fly, Russ?
but it's a good
Lily needs to be the instructor.
I've tricked them, you see. But no, but usually, I've done a lot of 16-year-olds in the past and whatnot. My kids were at 8. I spend a lot more time with them. A lot of people think, oh, well, kids get things so quickly. It's like, well, and that might be true for doing video games and stuff, but as I've trained them, I spent a lot of time with them, making sure that they have it, and putting them in conditions that they would have success, and all along, Angie's kind of the unsung hero of all this because there's not too many people that would let their kids, fly, and she's been a really good sport all along. I mean, initially when Dallin learned to fly, because he learned at 8, Lily learned at 8, and all along, he's like, you did what with him? And same with Lily. You did what? Come out and watch. And she comes out and takes pictures and videos and make sure that they're safe. And then I don't think there's been too many times where mom's really all that panicked when she watches them fly. It's more so when she's not there because she doesn't know what's going on. But
Right.
when she sees them fly, it's like, wow, okay, they really do know what they're doing. Yeah, it's been a really awesome thing. I mean, I'm very passionate with flying. It's been my favorite thing ever. I do just about every kind of power sport you can think of. And I mean, flying has been just so much part of my life. And just being able to share it with my kids is just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. My funnest times have been with my kids flying. Absolutely.
That's awesome. So Travis is asking that if and when she outgrows that motor and the frame, he wants to buy it.
There's been a lot of people that have said that, and I built that initially for Dallin. He initially had a trike, and then I built him a really tiny one that only had a 12-inch propeller with a 60cc motor, and it's direct drive, so it didn't put out much. And then I built that one. And then Lily, she probably already told you this, but she, started learning at 8, then got into her 9th year quite a ways, got to 99 flights, and then she kind of said, no, it's, and Dallin was kind of a little bit that way too at 9. I kind of backed off at 9 for him, and then at 10, he really started pouring on. At 11, and then Lily, at 12, she said, I'll give it another try. And all her 99 flights before, they were mainly towing, a lot of hand towing because they're so light. I could just pull them up. Did we lose them? No. Oh, they're still there. Okay. All I see is us now. But now I lost my train of thought. But anyway, she came back at 12 and wanted to try it, and she loved it. You had a lot of fun with it, right? We kind of gave her a bunch of refresher with some free flying, and then her first motor flight at 12, I thought you really enjoyed it. I mean, I wasn't sure because I want my kids to like it and enjoy it, and so it was like, okay, is she just saying that because she knows that's what I want to hear? But she truly did enjoy it, and it's just been such an amazing thing. I absolutely love it. Yeah.
Well, Lily, do you gotta go?
No, we're good.
Okay. Well, I just hope that one of these days, if we get out west traveling and like I told your dad, I think on the phone that one time, we'd like to get to Moab and hopefully along that trek we can come see you and get to
That would
fly
be,
with you guys too.
yeah, that would be awesome. Moab is probably, I mean, I got a lot of favorites, but honestly, if I'm gonna pick one favorite, Moab is just over the top, awesome,
Yeah.
off the charts. It is just amazing. Hillary knows. We've shot around some canyons and some monoliths, and just the red rocks are just phenomenal.
Yeah, we were planning on June, but then Sin Curry that we had on the show not too long ago, she said that's probably one of the bad months. So
Yeah, well, June is starting to get pretty hot. You usually want to get Moab in the spring or fall. June's doable. It is doable. I would say the worst months are July and August because it's going to be, and then in the winter months is actually really doable if you can handle the cold. I mean, we do really well with the cold. It's all about how you dress.
hey, I live in Wisconsin, so
Do you know cold?
yeah.
I get a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's too cold." It's like, well, actually, and I always say, "Well, are astronauts cold?" No, they're not. They're warm. It's all about how you dress. So, but yeah, spring and fall is our favorite time to go to Moab.
Dumont.
It's by far the best. When were we there, Hillary?
May, I think, is when we went.
May. Okay.
May, and then we went back down in November.
Okay. In November.
I think we were there in November too. I don't know.
Yeah, that was really fun. Lily, you got to fly on that trip too. No? That was over at the old airport.
Oh yeah.
And then Lily's got to fly Moab, the other place that we go that we like actually better than where me and Chloe.
Yeah, the first time I went to fly Moab, I was so intimidated. It all looks so spiky, everything's just covered in these pointy rocks. And I know that underneath the pointy rocks is a bunch of cactus, there's a bunch of cacti for me to crash land and face plant on. And then I just see Lily take off and I'm like, all right, okay, hold on. Like, wait for me, Lily, I'm coming.
Well, when I landed, I was like this far away from landing in cactus.
No one needs to know. It's fine.
She was saving that for you.
Yeah. Yep.
That is a really amazing thing. And like Lily, our other place that we went, she actually went over and got up against these well over 1,000-foot cliffs. Remember that over by where we usually camp? And it just, man, it is so amazing. And like you get up against these big monoliths and cliffs, and it's just absolutely jaw dropping. It gives me, I'm in my winter suit here. I get cold chills even talking about it because it's just so freaking cool. Yeah, it's just absolutely amazing. And Lily's got to experience that.
That was probably one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
I have so many.
Very nice. Well, thank you again, Lily, for joining us and having your dad send us pictures and putting that together. I know you got to go.
I'm not sure what you used. Did you use that little video that we sent you at our Sanders? That was mainly Lily editing that. I'm horrible with technology, unfortunately. I have made videos in the past, but that was mainly Lily and me. Just kind of, it was a combined effort, but mainly Lily. So we got to get her doing more stuff like that. And so she can teach me how to do it.
So, Lily, once again, how do we find you on any social media so we can have more viewers for you?
It's on Instagram at Lil Flight.
At Lil Flight.
Yep.
And you're going to work on getting a cool YouTube channel together?
Probably should.
I've told both of my kids, I'm like, it is such an amazing thing, and for kids to do it is just so out of the normal. I'm like, you guys would do really well at it, and it's so awesome when when girls fly, I think it's so cool. And a lot of the pilots, they love seeing that. And not only is she, she's a girl and she's young, it's like, that's amazing. It's really, really cool. I'm really proud of her, and I'm so glad that she decided to come and do this with us. It's a
And it sounds like she's been trained by a really good trainer too. So
with good support.
I try.
Wendy the Explorer said, "Awesome interview tonight. Congratulations, Lily. Way to being a teenage flying girl." So true. So, all right, I put a little outro for you, and before everybody leaves, and all of the other girls, if you guys want to stick around, Russ, if you want to stick around,
Yeah, absolutely.
Hillary, where can we find you again?
On Instagram, Hillary
Instagram?
Hycon. That's it.
Hillary Hycon.
That's me.
Bethany?
So my Instagram is Foxy Paramotor Girl. But follow Utah Paramotor on Instagram and TikTok.
And who are you on TikTok? Foxy.
Same thing. Yeah.
Foxy Paramotor Girl, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And Deweese?
Wheezy RN on TikTok and Deweese Milstead on everything else.
And you can find me here. So, all right, everybody, have a good night. Please give us a thumbs up. And next week's going to be a great show with Teresa Mixer. And looking forward to hearing from her and all her flying.
Now, Teresa, isn't that Mike Mixer's wife?
Yep. No, sister.
Oh, sister. Okay, because I think his wife flies and his daughter, I think, is
Madeline. I was telling Lily about
yeah, that's really cool.
Madeline. I think she's about 16, I think. I've never met her.
Right.
So,
right.
yeah.
Awesome.
So please stay tuned for next week and hit the like button and make sure you guys subscribe and so you can get the reminders. Lily, thanks again and continue to fly safe, okay?
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're awesome,
Yep, you're
Lily.
welcome.
Thank you.
When I couldn't sleep at night, scared things wouldn't turn out right. You would hold my hand and sing to me. Caterpillar in the tree, now you wonder who you'll be. Can't go far, but you can always dream. Wish you may and wish you might. Don't you worry, hold on tight. Promise you there will come a day. Butterfly, fly away. Butterfly, fly away. Flap your wings, now you can stay. Take those dreams and make them all come true. Butterfly, fly away. We've been waiting for this day all along and know just what to do. Butterfly, 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 fly away. Butterfly, fly away.
Have a good night, everybody. Fly safe.
Thanks.